Are you ready? Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready. It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady Kane, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for hating, purely entertaining. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they do. You are locked in to the ladies' den. The ladies' den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ladies Den. I'm flying solo right now. My girl Nisa K will be on in just a moment. As you guys know, every week we talk about a different drink, liquor, alcohol, or something that we do on the show. It's kind of like our signature thing. Believe it or not, I was running late. I did not make me a drink, but I will get one while this show is going on. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm drinking on tonight. I'm gonna run over there to the bar and grab something. But so this is your first time tuning in with us. We appreciate you and welcome to the Den. You can follow us on Facebook at the Ladies Den, Instagram, the Ladies Den 2023, and you can go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Ladies Den Podcast. So we got lots to unwind tonight. Well, we have several subjects that we wanted to talk about. So one of my subjects that I wanted to talk about tonight is, so of course we know what that Puff Daddy has been in the media forever and a day. And it's just, oh my God, it's just so much to unravel about this situation. Um, it's it's almost like, like, why did these people let him do them these things and not say anything, not feel bad about it, not tell somebody about it? You're talking about these boys that were young men, but never had, it almost seems like they didn't have any parents around or anything like that. So like, why? I just don't understand it. I just don't. I really don't. I don't know what to say. But I also, we're gonna get off of Puffy right now. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I don't know how to work all this stuff. So I got to go. Forgive me, y'all. Y'all know I'm not very technical. Hold on. Let me let me go. So I want to share something with y'all. I was talking to my sisters and about, well, my host, about a situation. I was speaking with a friend of mine who is um a very good friend. We've been friends since high school. And she shared with me some information that I was like, what? What you say? This can't be true. So I brought it to my sisters, who, well, I'm saying my sisters, but my host, my co host, I brought it to them and said, y'all, we've got to do some more research on this because I want to talk about this. So this is going to blow y'all mind, but like, if y'all ever heard this, please chime in. I haven't had a chance to do a little more research about it, but she told me, I know this is crazy. She told me that Michelle Obama used to be a man. So I'm like, what? Michelle Obama? And it was also said that Sasha and Malia Obama were not their real kids. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to y'all, please forgive me. I am not technical at all. At all. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back. Okay. So it was said that Michelle Obama is a man, right? And then she also told me that Kamala Harris is a man. So I'm like, girl, you crazy. I don't believe that. No, 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 no. So I'm gonna show y'all this picture. This picture. And this is what she sent me. Oh, so let me go back and say that she also said that Sasha and Malia Obama are not the Obama's kids. That they, those are not their kids. And that, and it's crazy because I have a picture. Uh-oh, I have a picture of them with supposedly their real parents. Uh, So hold on. Let me let me share. Hold on. All right. So now I'm going to share this picture with y'all that she sent me. So I'm like, girl, you tripping, you crazy. Like, what? I want y'all to check this picture out. Oh, wait, let me pull that ring back so y'all don't see it. But look at that. Look at that picture. So when I saw the picture, I was like, what in the hell is going? Look at that picture. What does that look like? So I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't know what to think. So I'm actually doing some more research, but I wanted to kind of see if anybody had heard this, see if anybody had any information about it. And then let me show you this picture where it says that, check this out. And when you look at this picture, if you didn't know, when you look at this picture, you notice that they don't look nothing like the Obama. Check this out. Get that. What's your thought? Like, what? 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 Look at that picture. Oh, I'm like, we just been lied to all our lives. Like the government just lie, 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 lie. And here's the picture that she sent me of Kamala. Look at that. So see, this is why I don't do politics. I don't do things I don't discuss are politics and religion, and I don't. Um, and I'm just gonna be honest. When I learned stuff about, and it's sad. It's not sad, but it's, I mean, it's just me. When I learn stuff about what's going on politically in the world, I'm hearing it from my wife because I hate politics. I know they're liars. The government are liars. They just tell us anything. They just do anything, and they just tell us anything, right? So when I heard it, and she just, I mean, it was, y'all, my head hurt. It was so much. But this alone was too much for me. Look at that. So she told me, like, I can't believe this. She told me Michelle Obama was a man, and she sent this picture. And I told a couple of other people, and they're like, "Yeah, I heard that before." Like, what? I never heard that. So where is this coming from? Like, what? Michelle Obama, a man, got this picture, right? So then she goes to say that Sasha and Malia aren't their kids. Here's another picture. And when you look at this picture, you're going to see that these kids are looking nothing like the Obama. Check that out. So it's like, now, what do you believe? What do you believe? How do we believe the government? Like, how do we believe that the government has our best interest? Um, allegedly, allegedly, because I don't have no proof but those pictures. I'm going to do some more research, but right now, I don't have any proof but those pictures. But when you see it, you're like, hmm, kind of makes you think. It really does make you think about your government, what they telling us, what they showing us. Um, it just makes you think about it. And it's like, but why? Why hide the truth? Why? I mean, it's just crazy. I was just in awe, and I could not believe it. And I'm like, what in the world? But I'm late hearing it because when I mentioned it to certain people, they were like, "Yeah, I knew that. I heard that before." What? Where? I never heard that. So yeah, that's one of the. It's oh my god. Anyway, something positive today was National Burrito Day. So I hope you guys went out and got your free burritos. National Burrito Day today. Moe's was giving away buy one get one free burritos. You probably still got time because it's all day until they close. Who else? A couple of people were giving away like free tacos and things like that for National Burrito Day. I am actually just kind of stalling, waiting for my other co-host to get here so we could talk about something that's very serious and that needs to be talked about and needs to be paid attention to um, when we're doing certain things. Um, um, yeah, I'm still in awe about that information that I just shared with y'all, but it is so crazy. Oh God, I can't believe it. I'm still in awe. I still have to do some more research, y'all. But if you're just tuning in, go back and look at that picture, those pictures that I posted of my girlfriend. I'm actually waiting for Nisa to come in. Kiki will not be joining us tonight. Um, She will not be joining us tonight. So, another thing that we are going to talk about tonight is um, how soon is too soon to introduce your boyfriend or girlfriend to your kids. Um, ooh, I'm funny about my kids. Um, I being that I went through a certain situation when I was a young girl, I was very protective over my kids. I did not when I was done with their fathers, I didn't I had an issue with my mate meeting my kids right away. So, but how long is too long for before you introduce your kids to your new boyfriend or your new girlfriend? Again, for me, it took a while. I had to know that this was a serious and a stable relationship, and I was going to be with you for a while, and all of that stuff before I thought about introducing my kids to my new mate. Um, some people don't have a time, and how soon is it that they come to your house and stuff like that? So when I started dating, other people besides their fathers, it was out. You got to meet me out. You can't come to my house. You can't come to my house. You can't meet my kids. Not yet. It. I think one relationship. Oh my God! It was probably actually. It was almost a year before they met my kids. Now they would come into the house, but my kids weren't there. But yeah, no, I just think this day and time and the way people think and things that are going on in the world, you have to be careful about who you let in your home and who you let meet your kids. Everybody ain't who they say they are. And again, we know people um, definitely send representatives before them, the actual them. But I just think it would be wise for you to know if you're going to be with this person or not. If you are going to, if this going somewhere. Because if it's not going anywhere, then I don't feel like, they should they should meet your kids, because then here we are now that you'll have them meet your kids, and then things don't work out. So, then if things don't work out, then here we are now. You got somebody else you got to meet, and somebody else you're bringing along your kids to introduce your kids to. I mean, for me, a good time to introduce your mate to your kids would be after, well, somebody that you met that you're interested in having a relationship with. For me, would be after you know that this is somebody you want to be with, or this might be going somewhere. But just to have them meet your kids right away, nah, didn't do it. You gotta wait. Yeah, no, no, you're not gonna meet my kids right away. And again, for me, it comes from things that I've been through in my childhood that I'm very skeptic about anybody meet my kids back then. So, you got to make sure that there's really somebody you're going to be around, because you don't want to constantly keep introducing your kids to different people. But the question was, somebody asked me, and that's why I thought I would talk about this until my girl gets on so we can talk about the real topic. But um, how long is a good time for you to wait before your mate is introduced to your kids? And for me, especially if they're not their father, then it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute, because I have to know that this is something that I'm gonna stick with, or somebody that I'm gonna stick with, or somebody that I'm gonna be with. And granted, our relationships don't last, and it might be a situation where you get into a relationship with this person and it doesn't last. But at least you know that you've been somewhere sometime down the line before you say, okay, you can come to my house and meet my kids. I was very protective of my kids again because of what I went through as a child. Um, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that those same things didn't happen to my kids. Um, I grew up in a very large family. My mother was the oldest of 13 kids. So when kids in the family had parties, like we didn't have to invite outside. But I was my mom's house was the house where everybody came, everybody hung out, everybody did all that stuff. And so when I had kids, that's how my house was. You come to my house, but my kids ain't coming to your house. I just didn't operate that way. And then my mom didn't do it to us. Like you could go to certain people's house, but you couldn't go to other people's house. And you guess she had her reasons, but I was like that with my kids. With my kids, you can you know, you could you could go to my house, come to my house, but my kids not going to your house. And if your kids come in here, you got my phone number, you got my address, you can call, you can come, you can see how I live, you can see all of that. But my kids not coming to your house. It's just I just you just got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. Everybody is not who they say they are. Um, and again, we all send our representatives first, before not all of us, but the majority of us, we send our representatives first before we actually show up. So you don't know who you get. You don't know who you get. So um, I don't know. I don't know. No, you just got to be careful. Just definitely have to be careful. And then it's not so much to just careful of the kids and who you're around and who you're bringing your kids around, but it's the parents, it's everybody, it's your house. Period. I'm a firm believer in spirit, and everybody's spirit ain't right. Everybody's spirit ain't right. Sometimes you can feel negative energy, and sometimes you can't. You know, but I don't know. I would just take my time. That would be me. That's me. That's my perception. Um, I would just take my time. Um, and the other question was brought up is how long should you wait before being intimate with somebody that you just met? Now, listen, I can't really say much about that because everybody's grown and grown people can do what they want to do. But for me, being a nurse in the medical field, if V and I break up today or tomorrow, I, I'm going to get me a case of batteries. Okay? Um, People are just not uh, safe anymore, if that makes sense. Um, but everybody's grown. You're going to do what you want to do when you want to do. So, as far as that concerned, um, mm, you know, I can't call that, but you know, um, yeah, I can't call that particular situation. I know for me, ooh, they're gonna have to go through some series of tests. I'm gonna need a resume and references. I'm gonna need a resume and references and all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but to each his own, or everybody can. Yeah, yeah, no, mm-mm, mm-mm. But it's just you have to make sure, and you have to be comfortable. I don't think it's a timeline really to introduce your kids to your new mate. It's all on you. But for me, I had to know that you was gonna be sticking around at least for a little while before I introduce my kids to you. Because then once I introduce my kids to you, then that bond and that relationship, and I just think people should be careful about that, because when the kids build a bond with somebody that you're dating or that you're with, and then things don't work out right away, then you got the kids sad, you got the kids like it's too much. It's too much. So you should just think about, think about what you're doing, think about who you're around, and and just look out for the signs, because they're red flags all the time. Sometimes we just ignore them. Sometimes we listen to them. I, it's always, you always get a sign. You always get a sign. I don't care what it is, who it is. You always get a sign. You always get a sign. So I mean, everybody would you would just have to do, your own thing and decide for yourself. But I just think we just have to be mindful of today's world, y'all. We just gotta be mindful. And if any of you have been through some of the things that I've been through and you've been through as a child, you want to try to shield your kids from the same thing. So, and that's basically what you try to do. So you have to be careful about who you introduce, who you bring into their life and around your kids, because kids are impressionable. So, and also you have to understand that kids are watching what you do. We think these kids ain't watching. They watching. They watching. They are definitely watching. And then also speaking about the kids, I heard something on Ryan Cameron today where he was asking a question about college. So the gentleman said, a guy said that he didn't go to college. All of his friends went to college. He went to a truck driving school that took him less than 2 months, and he went through a WIOA program, which is anybody know about that program? It's a government funded program where they pay for you to go to school. So he went to school, and he got his truck driver's license or certificate within a month. Now he drives for film companies and all this kind of stuff, making $150,000 a year. And his friends that went to college are not even making nowhere near what he's making. So the thing is now, not millennials, the Gen Zs are saying that they're not going to college. So my thing is, I told my son, college ain't for everybody. I went to college. College is not for everybody. You cannot make your kids go to college. I didn't make my boys go to college. I told them, it's up to you, but you're gonna do something. You don't have to go to college, but you can take a trade. Take a trade. People take trades and they make just as much money as people who go to college. And that's what this gentleman was saying, that, he took a trade, truck driving. He went to school. He got his license in 1 month. And he's making $150,000 a year, opposed to his friends that all went to college and they ain't making nowhere near what he's making. So the question was, well, the topic was Ryan Cameron and the guy was talking about the Gen Zs and how Gen Zs are changing the game and everything. Like, they're just changing the way that we did things all around the board. And somehow they did some kind of polling or something like that. And the Gen Zs are saying they're not going to college. And the guy made this comment to just say that you don't have to go to college to make $150,000 a year. You don't have to go to college to make $200,000 a year. He didn't go. He's making 150,000. His friends that went to college, they ain't making nowhere near that. But I told my boy, you don't have to go to college, but you have to do something. college is not for everybody. And most of the time, I find is parents who didn't go to college are wanting their kids to go to college. If they don't want to go to college, don't make them go to college. There are trades every day that is making way more money than people are making who come out with college degrees. But it's just not for everybody. I gave my boys the option. You can go to college or you don't have to. But if you don't go to college, take up a trade, do something. You have to do something. But I wasn't going to make them go to college because that, and if you make your kids go to college and you paying all this college, and that's what happens to a lot of these rich white folks. Excuse me, I'm not prejudiced, no, so don't come for me. But these rich white folks, they make their kids go to college. I've seen it where these people go to college to be doctors, and that's not what they want to be. But that's what mommy and daddy wanted them to be, so they went. They wasted all this time going to school to be doctors and nurses and lawyers, and that's not what they want to do. But mom and dad say, you going to college, this is what you're going to do, and this is what we're paying for. So what they're saying is the polling, the Gen Zs are saying, well, we don't care what the parents say, we're not going to school, and we're going to find jobs how we want to find jobs and make the money that we want to make. They say the Gen Zs are when they're planning weddings and when they're doing all this stuff, the Gen Zs are doing things different than the way we did it. And the number one thing they're changing is they're not going to college. That's fine. Don't go to college. And I know plenty of people who did not go to college who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. So, question is, do you make your kids go to college? You going to school now. You're going to high school. You're gonna get a diploma. You're gonna get an education. But I'm not gonna make you go to college. I did not make my kids go to college. If you want to go, you can go. If you don't, you got to do something. You have to do something. So you have to find something to do, something that you like, something that you feel like you can make a career out of, something that you feel like you can live off. And my wife has this thing that she tells her people that she do, not so I'm not telling her business and what she does, but she has this thing that says you should want more than a job because a job stands for just over broke. You should want a career. A career is lasting. Anybody could get a job. I can go get a job at McDonald's right now. I can go get a job at Walmart right now. It's just a job. But when you have a career, you have something lasting. You have something that you can build a stable foundation on. You have something that you can grow on. You have something that you can grow with. A job, most jobs, you can't grow much. Either you're going to be a team play, a team, an employee, a team lead, a manager, a supervisor. That's it. But when you have a career, you have those steps, but then a lot of times you have where they teach you you can own these businesses, you can get franchises of these businesses. Excuse me, and don't get me wrong, some fast food places are like that as well. Like Waffle House is the best fast food place that somebody can work if they don't know. Waffle House have management. I mean, like you can really climb the ladder at Waffle House. And I know this because my wife uses this place for her people, but you can really advance at Waffle House if you know anything about it. And if you've been at Waffle House for a while, then you can get into shares and stock with Waffle House. You can really advance. A lot of these places don't offer that, but you know you can find a job without going to college. I went to college. My wife went to college. My kids didn't go, neither one of them. But, they're doing something, but you have to do something. So they're saying that the Gen Zs are changing the movement around the world and what we do and how we do it. They're trying to do everything different from us. But what I do know about the Gen Zs and what I've learned about the Gen Zs is they want everything right now. So no, they don't want to go to college. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but they don't want to go to college because they want something right now. Like my youngest son, he's that Gen Z. They want it right now. Well, mom want it right now. Well, okay, well, you got to work for it. I wanted a house, but I had to work for it. I couldn't just go out and get a house the same day. I couldn't just go out and get a car the same day. I did once I worked for it. Now, how you work for it is up to you. But I just feel like people shouldn't force their kids to go to college. Everybody's not college material. You could have been a straight A. I've seen it, straight A student, honor roll, dean, principals list, and all that stuff. Went to college and failed and flunked out the first year of college because mama said you had to go to college. But I'm 52. Back then, we wasn't telling our parents that we ain't going to no damn college. You going? Oh, you going? Or you gonna go to a trade school still back then. So the Gen Zs, y'all listen, I went to a convention and these Gen Zs have come up with so much stuff. Like they're really trying to change the game on how we live, what we do. And people are listening to these Gen Zs, y'all. They are listening to them. But one thing I can't agree with though about the college thing, you don't. There was like so many people called into the Ryan Cameron show. I was listening early. If anybody was listening, they know what I'm talking about. There was so many people calling in saying, I didn't go to college. I make $80,000 a year. I didn't go to college. I made $75,000 a year. So you can do it without going to college, but some things you have, like a nurse, you got to go to college to be a nurse. I had to go to college. You can't go to no trade school for that. You can't. You can go to trade school for like phlebotomy and little simple things like that. But nursing school, to be a nurse or a doctor, you have to go to college. There's just no way around it. Because one, like they taught us, you're messing with somebody's life. That's why you cannot graduate from nursing school if you make anything less than a B. You cannot. They will make you take the class over and over and over and over again until you pass it. But that's understandable because you're messing with somebody's life. But I didn't force my kids to go to college, and I just think parents shouldn't force their kids because again, when I graduated high school, all those straight A's, the ones that was on dean's list, and I mean all that stuff, went to college the first year and flunked out because they didn't want to be there. They didn't want to go to college. They had other things they wanted to do. So I feel like as long as your kid has a trade, as long as they know something, long as they know something, because really and truly, if you think about it, right out of high school, they 17, 18, them kids don't know what they want to do. But for me, I'm different. I knew I wanted to be a nurse at age 11 because I wanted to be like my grandmother. My grandmother was a nurse. I always saw her taking care of people, and I used to take care of people and play doctor and nurse with my mom and my dad. And I used to, with my sisters in there, my sister always suffered with a nosebleed. So I would always, every time her nosebleed, I would take care of her. I always knew I wanted to be a nurse. Always knew I wanted to be a nurse. But at 17 and 18, I don't really think kids know what they want to be. I don't think they know. They're fresh out of high school. They're just trying to figure out their life. And then on top of that, too, you don't know what kind of situation they're coming out of, the family life, home life. So you just don't know what they're trying to do or what they want to be. So I feel like you have to give them a chance to figure it out. But at 25 and 26, they shouldn't be hey Fat, hey Gemini, they shouldn't be trying to figure out what they want to do at 27 and 28. At that age, they should kind of have some type of idea about what they want to do. But I just don't feel like you should push them. And if they anywhere, if they're Gen Z or around the Gen Zs are saying, we ain't going, we ain't going to college. We're gonna do stuff different. Maybe it might work for them, and then maybe it might not. And honestly, with the way the world is going today, they might not even be no damn schools. They ain't gonna be no Social Security. Ain't gonna be no retirement. So you never know. It might not be no more schools for certain things. But you don't have to have a college degree to make $100,000 a year. There are self-made millionaires in this world every day. Every day. There's self-made millionaires in this world every day. But the thing about the Gen Zs is they want things right now. See, for me, in my millionaire friends of people I know, I don't want you to help me. I want you to tell me how to do it. Tell me how to do it. You don't have to put me up there. Give me the tools that you use to get where you are, and I'm gonna use them tools. And I think that's a lot of times we make that mistake is we want people to give it to us. We want people to give it to us. Give us everything you got. No, give me all the information that you have and let me work my way. Let me work my way. But we don't want to do that. Everybody want and we want mashed potatoes. 5 minutes in the microwave, get the milk hot, 5 minutes, put potatoes in there and it's done. So we have to understand we have to try to figure some things out on our own. You can't expect people to give you everything. What's that, Lady K? So
What's going on?
nothing much, girl. I'm talking about these Gen Zs. So Ryan Cameron was talking about earlier today how the Gen Zs are trying to change the game up about the way they do everything. And they were saying that they're not going to college. The Gen Zs are saying forget school, they're not going to school. And a gentleman got on and said that, he didn't go to school. He took a driving class and got his CDL in 2 months. And now he was driving trucks, and now he drives trucks for movie companies now where he make $150,000 a year. And then all of his friends that went to college ain't making nowhere near that. So he was saying that he don't feel like everybody has to go to college to have a career and to make decent money. So that's what I was talking about. And I was saying, I didn't force my boys to go to college. You can go to college if you want. If you don't have to, but you're gonna do something. So I don't know what happened to Lady K. They thrown out of there. But yeah, so the Gen Zs are changing the game. So I'm just interested to see at how they're gonna change this game up for the seasoned people. I'm not gonna say we old, we seasoned. We are seasoned people. So oh wait, I was missing all the little comments. I don't know why the comments are not showing up here. They usually be showing. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, I didn't even see them. I didn't have them on. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all. You just gotta, the main thing is to teach our kids how to be self-sufficient and not depend on anybody. So whatever that entails for your child, then yes. But you have to teach them how to be self-sufficient, how to make sure that they can get things on their own, they can do things on their own, and not depend on other people. And then when they have that mindset, then they're going to want to do for themselves. When they have that mindset, they're going to want to do for themselves. But and again, my wife went to college. She went to college twice, well, 3 times, and still can't find a job in her career that she went to college for. But she still has a decent job, making decent money. But so it's like, was it really worth going to college? And I can honestly say the only career I know that's worth going to college is nurses and doctors. Nurses, doctors, neurosurgeons, um, 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 X-ray techs, ultrasound techs, uh, physical therapists, occupational therapists. Like they make good money. Those are things that you go to school for. You make excellent money. Anesthesiologists, nurse anesthetists, surgical techs make pretty decent money. So it's all the clinical stuff, that you make up. Patient care techs, they don't make any money. Nursing assistants, they don't make any money. And my suggestion is, if you go to school, if you even think about nursing assistant, just skip over the LPN, because yeah, no, those are jobs that you make good money in the medical field. But again, don't get in the medical field because you want to make the money. Any career that you have, make sure that it's something that you really, really, really want to do. Because you got to make a career out of it. This is something you got to live off. This is something, you have to take care of your kids if you're having kids and things of that nature. And I don't think that the Gen Zs, the Gen X, and the millennials, I don't think, is it Gen X? I think we Gen X. Wait a minute, what are we? But I don't think they, especially the millennials and these Gen Z, I don't think they think about the fact they're not thinking future wise. And I know that for a fact because I've had that conversation. Was born between 19. Okay, so I'm Gen X, and okay, so hold on. Let me look at this. Okay, here we are. Here is the timetable. So Generation X is anyone that is born from 1965 to 1980. The baby boomers are anyone born from 1946 to 1964. Millennials are anyone born from 1981 to 1996. And the Gen Zs is anyone born from 1997 to 2012. Well, what about, well, who are the people now? Because it's like that is Gen X to millennials to Gen Zs, and the newly emergent is Gen Alpha. So Gen Alpha must be from 2012 to, well, 2013 to, let's see, 2000, got to be 2013 to now, Generation Alpha. So I don't know how they coming up with all this stuff. But then the Gen Zs, like I said, they're the ones that's saying, "Oh, we're not going to college." So they're saying that the world is starting to follow behind the Gen Zs. Like, huh? You don't have to go to college, but you got to do something. You got to do something. You got to do something. And there's plenty of people out there in the world that are self-made millionaires, or like Brown said, self-made thousandaires that has never stepped foot into college. But Ryan Cameron was saying that the Gen Zs are changing the way that everybody sees the world. And Gen Zs are people born from 1997 to 2012. What the hell they know? They don't know nothing. What they know? But people are following them, and they really, really are. So, the question is, did you make your kids go to college? Did you go to college? Are you working in the field now that you thought you would be? For me, I always wanted to be a nurse, but I always battled between nursing and retail. I did both of them at the same time. I always did nursing and retail, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But nursing is my passion, and that's where I stayed. But I started retail while I was in nursing school, and I liked it. So I was always back and forth, always back and forth. But the thing is, we can't make our kids go to college. And again, I said a little while ago, I found that a lot of parents that didn't go to college make their kids go to college because they want them to do something that they didn't do. Well, I couldn't do that because I went to college, but I didn't, force my kids to go to college. You gotta, and then for me, like I said a little while ago, when those kids are getting out of high school, they're 17 and 18 years old. They don't know what the hell they want to do. They might have two or three things they like to do, but they don't know which one is going to be the real one that they want to do. So, for anybody that's just joining, I'm talking about going to college versus not going to college. I heard this conversation on Ryan Cameron earlier today, and he was having callers call in, and most of the callers were saying that they didn't go to college, but they're making 75, 80, 85, 100, and $150,000 a year, and they didn't go to college. And so he was saying that they did a poll with the Gen Zs, and Gen Zs are changing the game, saying that they're not going to college. The majority, 85, I think he said 85%. I think 85% of Gen Z said they don't need to go to college to work the job that they work. And like I said earlier, I didn't make my boys go to college. College isn't for everybody. I have high school classmates that graduated top of the class in high school, flunked out of college the first 2 months of college because they didn't want to go. And again, I told my boys, you don't have to go to college, but you got to do something. There's so many trades out there. There's so many trades where you can go and get a license, a certification, 6 months to a year. And this gentleman called in and said that he took a CDL class that was only a month, like a month and some days. And he did it through a program called WIOA. And if anybody knows about that, it's a government program that pay for kids to go to college, pay for you to go to college. Adults, kids, anybody, they literally pay for you to go to college. So they paid for him to take this CDL class. He got his CDL, he started driving trucks, and he came across somebody who was working in the film industry. And excuse me, and now he drives trucks for the film industry and he makes $150,000 a year. And his friends that went to college don't make nowhere near what he's making. So his response was he don't think everybody has to go to college, and you don't. You really don't. I see people all the time that don't have college degrees. And I was saying, like my wife, she has, I don't even know, she got a master's, she got all kind of degrees, but cannot get a job in her field. Why is that? Why do we go to college and we get all the only people that's gonna always find a job, and I say it all the time, is people in the medical field. A nurse will always have a job. A doctor will always have a job. A surgeon will always have a job. A phlebotomist, an x-ray tech, an ultrasound tech, they will always surgical techs, they will always have a job. You're clinical, you're hands-on. Anybody else, physical therapists, occupational therapists, they're going to always have a job. You can always find a job in those fields. But there are some fields that you graduate with degrees and masters and licenses and certifications, and you can't find a job. My wife has a master's degree in IT with concentration in forensics, and she ain't doing nothing nowhere near that. And so Ryan Cameron was saying that this is why the Gen Z say that they're not going to college, because they don't want to waste their money, because they've seen that their parents have gone to college, spending all this money, and they can't find a job. So what do you do? Do you go? Do you not go? I didn't make my kids go, but you're going to do something. You're not going to be a bum. You're not going to sit on the sofa. You're going to do something. But at 17 and 18, did we really know what? Well, I did. I'm one of the few. I knew I wanted to be a nurse since age 11. So, yeah, but do we really know what we want to be or what we want to do at 17? Some of us do, because we have role models. We have role models. We have people we look up to. Every family is not like that. Some people do know what they want to be when they're younger. Some people don't. I knew automatically I wanted to be a nurse. I knew. But I knew that entailed college. So now the Gen Zs are saying that they ain't going to college. They gonna get their jobs, they're gonna have their careers and all of that without going to college. Hey Joyce, yeah, it yeah, it's not necessary, but you know, it just again, it depends on what you want to do, what you're looking at. Like I said, you want to be a doctor, a nurse, a surgeon, you're going to college. But there are jobs like this gentleman said. He took a CDL class that lasted 1 month, and now he's making $150,000 a year. And his friends went to college and paid $150,000 in tuition, and they can't even find a job, or they don't, their jobs aren't making nowhere near what he's making. They're barely making $50,000 a year. So Ryan Cameron was just saying that the world is following behind the Gen Z because they feel like the things that their parents did or we did that they don't have to do to be successful. And you don't. You really don't. I mean, one thing is we as parents, we paving the way for a lot of things. So yes, the Gen Z, my friend has a CDL and he makes great. Yes, and see that's what the guy said. He said he started out just driving regular trucks. He was making about 50, $60,000. And then one of his friends who work in the film industry hooked him up with the film industry, and now he drives trucks for the film industry, and he makes $150,000 a year. So, but it's all about, for me, it's all about, and I said earlier, Joyce, before you came on, that my wife has this thing that she tell her clients, you don't want a job. A job stands for just over broke. You want a career. You want a career, something you could build on, something you can have a foundation with, something that you know is gonna be longevity, that's gonna give you some type of longevity, because you never know what's gonna happen. You always have to and it's great because I had this conversation with my son. He told me we living in a fantasy world. We living in a fantasy world because he ain't going nowhere and work for minimum wage, and that was a knockdown because I'm like, boy, listen, something is always better than nothing. And one thing I do know from my past experiences, if you have a job, it's easier to get another job that's paying more. When you don't have a job, it's hard as hell to get a job. I don't know why it seems that way, but it is. So take a trade. You don't have to go to college. People, and like I said earlier, the rich people, white, black, Spanish, the rich ones that got money, they send their kids to school to take these courses and classes of things that they wanted to do when they were younger that they didn't do. It's a waste of money because they waste money. And I know somebody who actually went through medical school and did not want to be a doctor, but they did it because daddy paid for it, because that's what they wanted him to do. And now he's a lawyer, which kind of works hand in hand because he wanted to be a lawyer, but daddy didn't want him to be a lawyer because daddy's a doctor. Daddy's a doctor, grandpa was a doctor, so he wanted him to be a doctor. But that's not what the child wanted to do. So a lot of times, and I know it to be true, we live through our kids. We want them to do the things that we felt like we couldn't do. So we put that on our kids, and we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. But no, you don't have to go to college to make good money. You don't have to go to college to have a great career. There's so many self-made millionaires out there that can teach you and show you how to, become a millionaire, or how to make good money, or how to start a business, or how to do this. But the thing is, the Gen Zs, they want the microwave careers. Like I said, you put the water on for the mashed potatoes, and in 5 minutes it's hot. You got mashed potatoes. That's what these Gen Zs want. And it's just not gonna happen that way. And maybe, you never know. There are instances where things happen for certain people and it happens instantly. But in retrospect, in reality, that's not really the way, life is. It just doesn't happen like that. But I taught my boys to make sure that you have something that you able to build a solid foundation for you and your family. And you can't do that working at McDonald's. But when you in high school, work at McDonald's, work at Burger King, get your little part-time job, get your feet wet in the industry, in the job industry, employment industry, working, because you're studying, you're going to school, so you can't work a full 8-hour job. You just can't do it. But when you're 17 and 18, you really don't know what you want to do. You might have some idea of what you want to do, but when you actually do the research and all of these kind of things, then that really tells you if that's something you really want to do, if you're focused on everything that you need to do to achieve that goal. You just gotta. You just gotta. But you can't make your kids go to college. It's not fair to them if they don't want to go. But it's fair to say, well, listen, hey, you got to do something. You can't lay on my couch. You can't be in here eating up all my food and running up all my lights. You got to do something. You find something to do. But making them go to college is not fair. It's just not for everybody. The smartest people I know went to college and flunked out. They didn't want to be there. But they went because mama said, when you get out of high school, you're going to college. We shouldn't do our kids that, and we shouldn't put that on our kids. So, yeah, well, that's all I got to say about that. So, this next topic we're gonna talk about. Ooh, we. This, y'all. I am going to play this video for you guys. So basically, this video is talking about this girl who went to a club with her friends. She doesn't drink. She's the sober one. And she caught somebody trying to drug her friend. So when the women go to clubs, we always I'm the sober one. I can have one little drink and I'm done, because I know I have to be the lookout girl, the sober one, to look out for everybody else because they're drinking. And just listen to this video, and then we're gonna talk about it after this video. Hold on. I'm gonna have to play it like this. Wait.
So we went to like a really popular bar in New York, and everything was cool and chill until there was this guy particularly. He was very interested in my friend, and I'm not one of those friends that's like gonna C block or anything, so I'm just protective. So I'm like, all right, let's let him rock. So towards the end of the night, something tells me like something's wrong with this guy. I'm like, what? So he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you a bottle, and she's like, oh, she tells him what she likes. So she's like, I like Patron Cafe, whatever. So she tells him, and he walks over to the bar, and something tells me like, go follow him. So I followed him incognito, and when he's at the bar, he tells the girl, you know what to do. Just like that, you know what to do. So he looks at the girl, she looks at him, she smiles, she goes back on her phone, he walks away. So I'm like, hold up. So I wait there at the bar, I'm sitting down, and I'm looking at her, and I notice that she doesn't grab the bottle of Patron Cafe from the back. She grabs it towards the front. I'm like, what? This is weird. And God is so good, because while she was getting that Patron Cafe, another bottle girl grabbed the Patron Cafe for somebody else, and she grabbed it from the back. So my mind was like, why didn't she grab her bottle from the back? Why didn't she grab my friend's bottle from up here? What's going on? So automatically I was suspicious. So while the girl was doing her thing, so she's basically taking a bottle to my friend. While she was doing that, I told the other bottle girl, I said, hey, can I get a bottle of Patron Cafe? She's like, sure, here you go, whatever, I paid for it, blah, 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 I got the bottle. So I take the bottle, I put it in my tote bag, right? So I walk back to the table, and she's like, oh my God, look, he got me a bottle. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's so cool. I'm like, oh, because I don't drink. So she was drunk. I was just trying to be cool with her, So as a friend that doesn't drink, I'm like, yeah, woo, woo. So I'm lit or whatever for her. So I look at him, and he's like looking at her. So I'm like, yo, why don't you go to the bathroom and like freshen up? Like, you got to fix your eyeliner. She's like, oh my God, really? She takes out her mirror, and she's like, all right, I'll go to the bathroom. So there's a lot of security there. So I know nothing's going to happen to her inside the club. You know what I mean? So she goes down to the bathroom, and lo and behold, Mr. It follows her. So I'm like, all right, while Mr. It follows her, I took the bottle out of my bag and I put it on the table, and I put the bottle that he gave us inside my bag. So like literally like 6 minutes later, she comes out or whatever. She runs to the table. She's like, yeah, let's take some shots. And I'm like, all right, girl, let's go, whatever. And then like she's like taking shots or whatever, and he's like watching her and he's smiling. So I'm like, girl, why don't we send him a bottle? She's like, oh, I don't have any more money. I'm like, don't worry, I got you, girl. I got you, right? So so I take the bottle out of my bag, inconspicuously, and I go up to the same bottle service girl that I bought the bottle from, and I slide her $20. I'm like, yo, can you take this bottle to him? Like, he's nice. I want to buy him this bottle. She's like, yeah, of course, yeah, girl, go. She takes him the bottle, whatever, with no candles, nothing. She takes him the bottle, and he looks and he smiles. So he looks at her and he goes like this, and she goes like this. So I kid you not, guys, I'm staring at him from across the room, and this guy opens the bottle. I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna find out? Oh my God. So he looks at my friend and he's like, and I'm like, what? He starts chugging the bottle, and he looks at my friend basically to signal her to chug it too. So she starts chugging it. I'm like, chug, 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 chug. You know, because I know what's going on. So I'm like, chug, 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 chug. So my friend's lit, he's getting lit or whatever. So I look over at the girl and I'm like, she looks at my friend like mad as hell. I'm like, what the? So I told my friend, I'm like, yo, why didn't you invite him to dance again? She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay, cool. So like, I kid you not, guys, after he chugged that bottle, literally 15 minutes later, this guy just, boom, face plants right on the floor. Mind you, this guy's like 6 foot tall, like 300 pounds. He hits the ground, boom, just face plants. I'm like, first thing I do, I look at my friend. She's like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, let's just chill, whatever. Like, I'm calming him down. I noticed the girl from the bar, the bottle girl that works with him, ran over to him like desperately, like, oh my God, what happened? So I lock eyes with, I'm like, and she starts running. So I go after her and I'm like, yo, where you going? She runs outside the bar, so I grab her. I'm like, yo, come here. I'm like, you working with this guy? Why don't you give me girls looking at? And she's like, no, you don't understand. And I'm like, give me your phone. She's like, no. Boom, I grab her phone. And then like she looks at me and just starts to run. And I'm like, should I go after this or what? So I'm like, no, I got her phone already. So I run inside the club. I get my friend. I'm like, yo, we got to get the out of here. Let's go. She's like, oh, but we're having such a good time. I'm like, yo, let's get the out of here. So I called the cops or whatever. You know, I told them everything that happened and I calmed my friend down. And she was just like, yeah, I had a great time. So this morning I get a call from the detective and he's like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what happened? He's like, we have a lot of damning evidence on this phone that you got. He's like, it belongs to the girl, right? I'm like, yes. He's like, well, they had a lot of sinister plans for your friend and they were working together. And we had a lot of cases like this, but you're the first one to report it. And I'm like, maybe because I'm the first one that's not punk. But ladies, I want to let you know, there's women out there, bottle service girls, bartenders that work with these hookers. You got to be careful. You got to look out for them. Whenever you go out, please take a sober friend with you.
Hey guys, what's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Nadia Official.
So, yeah. So, listen. Hey, girl, listen. When I started, like, I was just saying before I played it, like, I'm that sober friend when I go out with my cousins, when I go out with my girlfriends. I'm that sober friend. I'll have one drink and I'm not drinking anything else the rest of the night. Sometimes I won't even drink. But when they go get a drink, I'm going with you. We going to the bar. Right. I'm going to see what they making. I want to see. No, don't make my drink at that end. You come right here and make my drink in front of me. You know, because, and the thing about it is, you see, if anybody are SVU lovers like I am, and Nisa is, they show this on there all the time.
All the time.
These girls are working with the men bartenders, or the men are working with the girl bartenders. They're putting stuff in these women's drinks. They're putting stuff in these women's bottles. And it's crazy because there are even videos where you might order Hennessy and you think you're drinking Hennessy and it ain't Hennessy. They're changing out the alcohol in the bottle. So, you know, it's unfortunate that we can't make them open a tap on a bottle every time we go, because they can stick a needle in there with the wrapper still on it and you would never know.
And mess you up.
You would never know. But I'm glad that this girl, first of all, I'm glad that she had the money to buy another bottle. That's first.
Right.
And secondly, that she's just really paying attention to him and paying attention to the signs of him and the bartender.
The bartender. Yep. That was when I saw that, I was like, what? Like, seriously? Now you got to watch the bartenders? No matter who the bartender is, now you got to watch them because they might be working in conjunction with somebody else trying to do, because who knows what they planning on doing? Kidnapping, trafficking, all of that.
Yeah. And that's probably what they planned on doing, because what they planned on doing was just like he fell flat on his face after 15 minutes. He wanted her to be up on that seat falling out. But my thing is, where you think the friend was going? And where you think that friend was going to let you take her friend?
Exactly.
When she's alleviated like that.
I don't think he had it all the way figured out. I don't think he didn't have it all the way figured out. He really did.
But I mean, I've been taught this at a young age.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody bring you a drink.
Right.
And don't drink a drink after you walked away from it. You walked away from it and you ain't got like your girl sitting there watching it, or your boys or men that you came with, then you leave it right there. You get another drink.
Get another one. Yep.
And I know it all too well because one of my high school classmates, she was at a club by herself. She left a drink. And what they found is they put Visine in her drink.
Visine?
Yes, that will fuck you up. Yes. Visine. And
the stuff you put in your eye.
Yes. And she drove her car off of an overpass. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. She's not dead, but she had every bone in her. It was an overpass, so it wasn't a bridge. It wasn't really high. But still, the fact is they drugged her.
Oh my God. And I know I'm speculating, but they probably didn't plan on her getting in the car driving. They had probably planned on being able to snatch her somewhere.
You know, so we just have to be careful, but you definitely have to be your sister's keeper now when you are so it says Visine eye drops contain a toxic compound called tetrahydrozoline that can cause serious health complications if ingested. It is well established that tetrahydrozoline works by activating central alpha 2 receptors, which can lead to lethargy, hypertension, bradycardia, and respiratory depression.
So you can put it on your eye, but you can't ingest it.
You can't ingest it through your system. Yeah. And that's what they did. That's what they did her.
Wow.
So for anybody just joining us, we played a video of a lady who was at a club with her friend for her birthday. A guy was checking her out. He brought her a bottle, asked her what she wanted. He went up to the bar to get the bottle. The other friend followed him because he seemed kind of sketchy. And he was working with the bartender to poison or drug the girl he was giving the bottle to. But what the friend did, she asked a different bottle girl for the same bottle that he bought. And when she told her friend to go to the bathroom, when her friend went to the bathroom, she switched the bottles out. And then she gave another bottle girl $20 to give him the bottle that he bought for them. And he wound up drinking it down and passing out. Yep. So the thing is, you know, ladies, when we go to these clubs, we have to be mindful. Yeah, these women are just as scandalous as the men.
As the men.
And they're working with the women because they feel like women trust women more.
And we
We're
do.
more apt to
You
trust
think
the
about it.
woman than we are to trust the man.
Yeah.
So they're working, these female bartenders are working with these guys to drug these women. So you just have to be careful. You make sure you checking on your friends. Like when we go out, when I go out, when I'm at home in New Orleans and I go out with my cousin, we know, but you ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You ain't going nowhere. If you going over there to talk to him, we all coming over there to talk.
Everybody coming. Oh,
You going to walk over here, we all going to walk over here. He ain't taking you nowhere out of our sight. But that's how we roll in New Orleans. Now I've been to clubs here with some ladies when I first came here, and they be gone like, where y'all going? Well, we just going. No, where I'm coming. No, I'm coming. Okay, but you go ahead. But we don't rock like that in New Orleans. No, never accept a drink from a stranger. And then it's sad because the bartenders are in on it. The bartenders are in on poisoning and drugging these girls just for $1 because these guys are paying them. Look, you put this in her drink, I got you. I'll give you some, that. But, and we don't know if they just drugging you because they want to rape you, or they drugging you if they want to sex traffic you. You could disappear and nobody knows because this guy, you all excited because he want to buy you a bottle. No, I could buy my own bottle. No, thank you. My cousins, we don't play that. We don't play that. You buying a bottle, we all coming up there. You buying a drink? Nope, we gonna go to the bar and get our own drink. But this day and time, you don't know what bottles they serving from while they making up the drinks, so you don't even know. You still don't know if you're getting a safe drink or not. You really just don't know. I'm telling you, I know when I first came here and I saw some stuff, I used to bring my little shot bottles in my purse. I would order some cranberry juice or some orange juice. I'd go up there, watch them pour it and squeeze it in a little cup. Then I do my own, because you can't trust, and it's sad that you have to do that. But, you just don't know who to trust. That is crazy. It's crazy. And it just luckily that the friend was paying more attention to what was going on. So the question is, like, when you go out with your girlfriends, are you watching what they're doing? Are you letting them walk away from you while you in a club, or without you, knowing where they're going, who they're with? Like, we didn't play that. I don't care if boy want to talk to my cousin or whatever. I'm going with you. Now, y'all can stand over there and I'll stand a few feet away, but you're not going to leave my eyesight where I don't see you. And it ain't about you being grown. It ain't about you being a grown woman. You could take care of yourself. You could do all that, but see, why you not in my sight, you don't know they could stick you with a needle, stick you with anything, and drag you right on out the club, and here we looking for you. Like she was just right there. But you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention, and you have to know where. I'm gonna play this video one more time. So you have to know where your people at. Don't leave them. Don't leave them. Don't leave them. So this is what we're talking about, y'all. Hold on.
So we went to like a really popular bar in New York, and everything was cool and chill until there was this guy particularly. He was very interested in my friend, and I'm not one of those friends that's like gonna C-block or anything, so I'm just protective. So I'm like, all right, let's let him rock. So towards the end of the night, something tells me like something's wrong with this guy. I'm like, what? So he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you a bottle, and she's like, oh, she tells him what she likes. So she's like, I like Patron Cafe, whatever. So she tells him, and he walks over to the bar, and something tells me like, go follow him. So I followed him incognito. And when he's at the bar, he tells the girl, you know what to do. Just like that, you know what to do. So he looks at the girl, she looks at him, she smiles, she goes back on her phone, he walks away. So I'm like, hold up. So I wait there at the bar. I'm sitting down and I'm looking at her, and I notice that she doesn't grab the bottle of Patron Cafe from the back. She grabs it towards the front. I'm like, what? This is weird. And God is so good because while she was getting that Patron Cafe, another bottle girl grabbed the Patron Cafe for somebody else, and she grabbed it from the back. So my mind was like, why didn't she grab her bottle from the back? Why did she grab my friend's bottle from up here? What's going on? So automatically, I was suspicious. So while the girl was doing her thing, so she's basically taking a bottle to my friend. While she was doing that, I told the other bottle girl, I said, hey, can I get a bottle of Patron Cafe? She's like, sure, here you go, whatever, I paid for it, blah, 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 I got the bottle. So I take the bottle, I put it in my tote bag, right? So I walk back to the table, and she's like, oh my God, look, he got me a bottle. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's so cool. I'm like, oh, you know, because I don't drink. So she was drunk. I was just trying to be cool with her, you know? So as a friend that doesn't drink, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's lit, you know, woo, yeah, woo, woo, woo. So I'm lit or whatever for her. So I look at him, and he's like looking at her. So I'm like, yo, why don't you go to the bathroom and like freshen up? Like, you got to fix your eyeliner. She's like, oh my God, really? She takes out her mirror, and she's like, all right, I'll go to the bathroom. So there's a lot of security there. So I know nothing's going to happen to her inside the club. You know what I mean? So she goes down to the bathroom, and lo and behold, Mr. It follows her. So I'm like, all right, while Mr. It follows her, I took the bottle out of my bag, and I put it on the table, and I put the bottle that he gave us inside my bag. So like literally like 6 minutes later, she comes out or whatever. She runs to the table. She's like, yeah, let's take some shots. And I'm like, all right, girl, let's go, whatever. And then like she's like taking shots or whatever, and he's like watching her, and he's smiling. So I'm like, girl, why don't we send him a bottle? She's like, oh, I don't have any more money. I'm like, don't worry, I got you, girl. I got you, right? So so I take the bottle out of my bag, inconspicuously, and I go up to the same bottle service girl that I bought the bottle from, and I slide her $20. I'm like, yo, can you take this bottle to him? Like, he's nice. I want to buy him this bottle. She's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, girl, let's go. She takes him the bottle, whatever, with no candles or nothing. Just takes him the bottle. And he looks and he smiles. So he looks at her and he goes like this. And she goes like this. So I kid you not, guys. I'm staring at him from across the room. And this guy opens the bottle. I'm like, oh my God, is he going to find out? Oh my God, oh my God. So he looks at my friend and he's like, and I'm like, what? He starts chugging the bottle, and he looks at my friend basically to signal her to chug it too. So she starts chugging it. I'm like, chug, 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 chug. You know, because I know what's going on. So I'm like, chug, 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 chug. So my friend's lit. He's getting lit or whatever. So I look over at the girl, and I'm like, she looks at my friend like mad as hell. I'm like, what the? So I told my friend, I'm like, yo, why don't you invite him to dance again? She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay, cool. So, like, I kid you not, guys, after he chugged that bottle, literally 15 minutes later, this guy just, boom, face plants right on the floor. Mind you, this guy's like 6 foot tall, like 300 pounds. He hits the ground, boom, just face plants. I'm like, first thing I do, I look at my friend. She's like, oh, my God, what happened? I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, let's just chill, whatever. Like, I'm calming him down. I noticed a girl from the bar, the bottle girl that works with him, ran over to him like desperately, like, oh my God, what happened? So I lock eyes with, I'm like, and she starts running. So I go after her, and I'm like, yo, where you going? She runs outside the bar, so I grab her. I'm like, yo, come here. I'm like, you working with this guy? Why you giving girls liquor? And she's like, no, you don't understand. And I'm like, give me your phone. She's like, no. Boom, I grab her phone. And then like she looks at me and just starts to run. And I'm like, should I go after this or what? So I'm like, nah, I got her phone already. So I run inside the club. I get my friend. I'm like, yo, we got to get the f out of here. Let's go. She's like, oh, but we had such a good time. I'm like, yo, let's get the f out of here. So I called the cops or whatever. You know, I told them everything that happened, and I calmed my friend down. And she was just like, yeah, I had a great time. So this morning I get a call from the detective, and he's like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what happened? He's like, we have a lot of damning evidence on this phone that you got. He's like, it belongs to the girl, right? I'm like, yes. He's like, well, they had a lot of sinister plans for your friend, and they were working together. And we had a lot of cases like this, but you're the first one to report it. And I'm like, maybe because I'm the first one that's not punk. But ladies, I want to let you know, there's women out there, bottle service girls, bartenders that work with these traffickers. You got to be careful. You got to look out for them. Whenever you go out, please take a sober friend with you.
Hey guys, what's up, beautiful people? It's a girl, Nanny Official. What's the friend that when you keep?
So, yeah. So that's it, y'all. You know, just you gotta make sure that you always have a sober friend with you. Always have somebody that don't drink or that like my stuff. Like again, like I'm the sober friend when I go out with my cousins because they drink. Like I'm the sober friend. I'm the one that have one drink and I'm done. Or I'm the one that's not going to drink at all. Now, I do love me a nice glass of wine, but when I'm out, I just don't. Too many bad things have happened to women that I know that I've been around in clubs, situations like this. So, you have to be careful. Just don't trust nobody while you're out. I don't care. Don't even trust the bartender. Don't even trust them. Don't trust them. Don't. But definitely don't trust the drink that somebody is buying for you. And then especially when he went up to the counter and gonna tell her, you know what to do. Like, huh? So y'all drugging women and like what in the world?
Right.
What is the world coming to, Nisa? What the hell? What the world coming to?
Girl, you can't, like you were just saying, you can't trust nobody these days. You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
But you know what? Then that's another reason why so many people do things at their house.
Yes. Well,
so many people do things
depending on whose house you go to. You
still
be able to trust them either. Case in point, Sean Puffy Combs. You don't want to go there. Might not want to go over there. But no.
But the thing, but I ain't heard nobody say he drugged them. But they were in sexual activity. But I ain't heard nobody say he drugged them.
Yeah, no. Well, that's one of the things that actually Cassie did kind of point out in her case. That he would keep her drugged up so he could do, what he was doing to her. But yeah, no. Nobody's coming forward.
The bottom line is, ladies, when you are going out to these clubs
be careful.
You are going in groups, please make sure you got a sober person with y'all.
Yes.
Because just like the lady just said on this video, these bartenders are working with these sex traffickers. Yes. And, I don't blame them because it might be a situation where if you don't work with me, I'm going to take your ass too. So we don't know what the situation is, but still always have somebody that's on high alert. Because just think, if this girl was not paying attention to this dude and what was going on, like, why you so interested in my friend and why you want to buy her a bottle, not a drink, a whole bottle.
And then the bartender pulled the bottle from the front.
Instead of pulling it from the back. So you buying, you want to buy her a whole bottle. And then if the friend wouldn't have went with him to the bar, like incognito to see and hear him tell her, you know what to do.
You know what to do. Yeah. And she's smiling and laughing and oh, okay, y'all doing something. All right.
So you help, but baby, let me tell you something. I hope she come back with a video of how many people they arrested, how many people was in this ring, because like she said, the police said it's been a lot of this happening, but she was the first person to report it. But I want to know how many women they done killed. Because like he said, this is a 6 foot, 200-something pound man. If it brought him to his feet like that, what would it have done to that woman?
It would have definitely could have possibly put her in a coma. Or like you said, at worst, it could have killed her. Because he sat up there and was like, let's chug. He chugging, she chugging. Sir, really?
Yeah.
That's what we doing?
Yeah. That's crazy. But it's sad that you can't even go out to have fun without having to worry about somebody harming you.
Yeah,
it's sad that you can't go. You gotta be on high alert. Like you gotta be looking Girl, it look,
High alert.
put mine in a McDonald's cup with a top.
Well, you know, at one point, and I need to Google it and see how far they've come with it. But there were a couple of people that invented these straws that would turn a certain color.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody puts something in your drink and you know, and it's your own personal straw. So if the bartender or anybody make you a drink, you put your own straw in there.
Yeah. Yeah. But just like they have the nail polish like that.
Nail polish too.
Yeah, they got the nail polish like that now. But the thing about it is, do you put your finger in the cup? Because if you drink it and the nail polish changed, like you already inhaled a
already
toxin.
drank it. Yep. I need to see what let me see if I can Google it. Straw that turns different color. Come on over here. Over here. Over here. Let me see. Oh shoot. Hold on. I need to do that.
You know, I just think it's sad that we have, as a world, have come to all this craziness. You know, it's horrible. Like a person can't even go out and enjoy themselves because they got to worry about getting hurt. They got to worry about getting drugged. They got to worry about sex trafficking. They got to worry about this. They got to worry about that. It's like, come on.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I found it. It's actually, on the market. Looks like you can buy it. Looks like it's different ones. Let's see. I'm going to share it. I just Googled straw that changes color with drugs. And it's a few that pop up, as you can see right here.
Oh, wow.
But then there's that popped up. High school students invent date rape drug detecting straw. They're called smart straws. So they turn blue when you put them in a drink that has ketamine or GHB in it. If the straw doesn't turn blue, meaning the drugs aren't present, the test does not contaminate the liquid and it's still good to drink. So I guess folks were saying, well, whatever's in the straw that's testing it, how will that affect your health or whatever?
But see, what if it's not GHB? GHB ain't the only drug that they're using in these drinks and stuff.
Correct.
You know, so what if it's not? So how does a person detect that? What if it's not GHB? What if it's ecstasy? What if it's mushrooms and all kind of stuff?
Here we go.
Roofie, liquid ecstasy, and special C, yeah. So will the straw detect that?
It's saying what it would be able to detect.
Oh, okay, the 3 I see.
But,
okay, well, yeah.
Like you were saying, they could put anything in your drink.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything to make you sick. Shit, it could be rat poison. Like just anything. Seriously, you know, they could spike it with anything.
And then you don't know how they pick their victim. You know, like what made him want to buy that particular girl a drink. You see, she was with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And why? You know, she wasn't by herself. So what y'all was gonna do? Beat up the other girl and take her? Like, I don't get it.
I was about to say, I think he thought he might have been able to take her down, but sis looked like she would have been by it. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Now, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come, walk over here if you want to. You're gonna limp back.
Yeah, but you know, I was saying that like when I first moved here and I was working at Kaiser Permanente and me and the ladies used to go out, you know, when I first moved here, because I was just getting to know people and stuff like that. And we would go to a club, girl, and they'll be gone. Like, where y'all going? Like, I'm coming out. We be right there. Okay, all right. Now,
I
see,
don't
at
fool
home in
with
New
people like
Orleans,
that.
when we
I don't do
go,
that.
when one move, we all move.
Everybody moving.
I don't care
Everybody
if
moving.
he want to talk to you. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But we coming
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they can take you away and nobody can see you. You don't know if they got a needle, they got anything
Yes.
they can stick you with, and
Anything.
just drag you right on out of there. It's like, and my cousins and them, we don't play that. Like, you go to the bathroom, we all going to the bathroom.
Everybody
I
going to
don't
the
care if I
bathroom.
ain't got to pee. If one go, all 7 of us going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if a boy won't talk to you or a man won't talk to you over
He can
here,
talk to you
all
right
7
here.
of us coming over there and stand right there while he talking to you.
No, he can come
But
talk to you over here where we
either
at. You don't
way,
need to go over
we
there.
ain't separating.
You don't need to go over there. And see, Kiki and them, they laugh at me from time to time because that's me. I'm just like, I don't trust people.
Yeah.
Period. And especially like we're talking about now, you get in a club setting and people just get in there. And first of all, some people come in there just for that.
Just for that.
In there just to have 1 or 2 victims, depending on
they have an agenda.
They definitely have an agenda. And so if somebody come over, whether I'm drinking or not, this me right here. How you doing? She's fine. We're all fine. How you doing, sir? Don't think you can come over here and just do all that. And see, it's certain of my people love them to death, but they don't know how to get out in public and drink and keep it at a level, and they go beyond their means. And now I got to sit back and just like, okay.
You got to act like mama.
Now now I'm the mama. I can't even enjoy myself because this one over and, get to a point, dude come up and, girl, come over here. I'll sit your ass down right here. Where's you going? No, sir, she don't need nothing else to drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They over there. He gonna buy me a sit your ass down. Sir.
Listen.
And now we getting ready to go. Let's close out my check. We getting ready to go. I can't.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you, me and my cousins, we done had our drink in the car, and we drink before we get in there, and then we'll stay in there for a little while. Come on, y'all, we need a car run. We all walk out to the car, get our drink in the car, and they got plenty of men in there. So y'all want to drink? No, we good. And we drunk this week. We having all because we already drank. We know it's safe. We bought. So we have had instances where we've done that. We'll go to the car two times throughout the night and get our little sip on, and then go back in the club.
I plead the 5th, Mama. It wasn't me. It wasn't. I didn't do it.
But it's just that women, you have to be safe. You have to be safe out there. You have to make sure your girlfriend's safe. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the club with somebody you don't like, because don't go with somebody you don't like, because you ain't gonna look after them. But you gotta look after, and you just gotta pay attention. Don't feel like because you're going to one of these real expensive club or these top-notch clubs that they still ain't drugging women.
They the main ones.
They the main ones. They the main ones. They're the main ones because one, they're gonna try to. Yep. And they're the main ones because they're gonna try to. They're gonna try to drug you because they think you there. If you there, you got money.
Yeah.
So they might be thinking, oh, we drug her and take her, we might could get some money. So, man, it's just sad. We just have to be careful. We just have to be careful, and we have to look out for each other. If you don't like me, don't come out with me, because no.
Definitely don't come out with me.
Yeah. No.
And if you somebody that like to just get up and go and walk around and be over there and over here and over there, and now you want, he said he gonna take me home. To hell? What you mean? You coming home, you leaving the same way you came. And we don't even do that.
No, you ain't going. You ain't getting in nobody else's car.
We don't do that.
You definitely ain't getting in nobody else's car.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah. You came with me, you leaving with me.
Yep. That's it.
Ain't many people like that.
That's why sometimes I don't mind rolling solo dolo, because I'm just like, I came and I'm here and I'm enjoying myself and I'm leaving. I ain't got to worry about nobody else. And I know I ain't
you
gonna
know
go
you
over
too. You know you too.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, you know what to do. You
Yep.
know what to look for. You know
Yep.
all of that. You know
Yep.
all of that. So you ain't got to, like you say, you ain't got to worry about nobody else.
I
You ain't got to
about
worry about nobody else.
just
And then
me.
you know you have those friends too that are girl, I'm grown. Okay. Well, take your grown ass on.
And this the last time
The
we
first, the
ever
last,
roll. Don't
the
call
last.
me no more to
Don't.
hang out.
Ain't
Yeah,
never going out with you no more.
Nope. I'm busy. Because my thing is, because a lot of any of your friends that I go out with, hang out with, I know they family. If we all going and you don't come back safely, now I got to tell your people that, yep, she was in the car with me and we left. And yep, I came back by myself and she didn't make it home safely. I don't want them conversations.
Yeah.
And if you're a person that don't mind putting somebody in that type of situation, then I can't fool with you, because we too old for that. We grown.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. Now, back in the, I will say back in our 20s, real clubbing days, sad to say, like, I've always had the mentality of you leave together, you come together, you leave together.
You leave together.
But there was always that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. If there was a plan for you to meet up so-and-so and then y'all leaving, let that be known to the group at the beginning. Hey, y'all.
But it still got to be somebody I know.
Well, yeah.
Or somebody you didn't at least mention to me.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah. I'm meeting, and so I go meet us at the club, and then I'm leaving with him. Okay, cool. All right, at least we know, and all right. But it's always that one that get in the club and then they just, he gonna take me home. Man, if you don't get your ass in this car over here.
Yeah.
What you would not have me do is have your mama call and talk about, well, where's she at?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
I don't
but for anybody that's just joining us, we were talking about this video that we shared of a bartender and a guy in a club that are working together to drug women.
Yes.
And I don't know what else they were going to do with them, but they're drugging them. And this bartender is working with this guy to put stuff in people's drinks, in women's drinks. But he messed around and tried to do it to the wrong person. And her friend switched the drink bottles and he drank it and passed the hell out in the middle of the dance floor.
Sure did.
So, you gotta watch out for your friends. You gotta watch out for your friends. You gotta watch out for your friends.
Facts.
If they're your friends.
Right. And that's another thing. You got to watch out for some of the chicks you think are your friends, because everybody, what the song say, everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner.
There you go.
You can't trust everybody.
Yeah, there you go. But it's sad, boy. And a lot of that, they were saying, they just had that on the news. Some clubs downtown here in Atlanta. They were drugging. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me find it real quick.
Oh, Lord.
Atlanta clubs that were drugging. Hold on. Clubs that were drugging. What drugging?
I think I got one. Is it men being drugged? Because one popped up where it's a spot in Buckhead.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
It's the
Yep,
men.
that's it. It was on the news. So I mean, this is not only happening to women, it's happening to men too.
There we go.
Because the women are still in cahoots with other men to do stuff like this.
There we go.
Yeah, it was on the news. Yep. At Atlanta bars. Yes. Yes. Yep. And they did an investigation. It was on the news. I think this was on the news last week.
Well, this is March 11th dated. So
yeah, but we only saw the story aired on the news, I think last week. They were talking about it. They were shutting down the clubs because they were drugging people. Like, what do you get out of that?
Money. They took them for all their money. They said they still used their mobile payment apps and stole all their money.
And they were taking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And using their credit cards.
In the club after they drug them. Yep, they finally put this on the news. Yep, NBC News. Yeah, it was on the news I think it was like a couple of weeks ago when me and V saw that. I was like, what?
It said 5 of the 8 men also alleged that they were in and out of consciousness on the nights of their encounters. They were driven around Atlanta in unfamiliar cars by strangers. The alleged incidents occurred after the men went out to bars in Buckhead. After NBC News reported about an incident at 5 Paces in a bar in the neighborhood, additional victims reached out with similar accounts. NBC News found other victims through social media and public records requests to the Atlanta Police Department. So it's I've been to so while 4 men said the alleged crimes occurred at 5 Paces in, others said incidents took place at 30, Johnny's Hideaway, and the Ivy Buckhead. And I've been to Johnny's and the Ivy. I think I've been to the Ivy. Definitely to Johnny's.
So, again, it's not only happening to women, but men gotta be careful too. You with your boys, you think you a man, I'm a man, no, it ain't. They doing y'all too.
Yep.
They doing y'all too. They are drugging y'all too.
Yes, they are.
And we just have to be mindful. That's why I'd rather have a house party and invite people over to my house than to be out in them streets with that foolishness, because you just don't know who to trust.
You don't.
Anytime they drugging men, robbing men, but so they had to have some women involved somewhere.
Oh yeah. As the bait. Yep. Have them as the bait.
So, y'all, just be careful. Just be mindful when you go out. If you're with your girls, make sure you look out for each other. If you're with your homies, your boys, make sure you look out for each other. If you're in a group of mixture, just make sure y'all look out for each other. And always, 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 always make sure y'all got the one that don't drink in the mix.
Yes. So somebody can always have a level head.
Yes. Because if y'all drunk, if everybody drunk, ain't nobody knowing what's going on.
Right.
Ain't nobody knowing what's going on.
Which is why that's what the policeman told the young lady. He was like, we've heard about this, but we've never had anybody come forward. And she says probably because everybody has been drunk, because it was always whoever was that it happened to, they were drinking. So they couldn't really come forward and say exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So
They couldn't remember.
yeah, then not you too inebriated to remember. What are you gonna remember?
Nothing.
What you gonna remember?
Not nothing.
Not a damn
And
thing.
she really kept a smooth head because she knew to snatch her phone. Because she saw her as soon as he said, "You know what to do." She said she went right to her phone and started doing something.
And for the police to say they had some plans for her friend and there was a lot of damaging evidence on that phone, like, girl, what was they trying to do?
Ain't no telling. She'd have been another one missing. Sad to say, she would have been another one missing.
Wow.
Did you want to chat about the other stuff, or did you do it already?
What? The Michelle and the Barack thing? Yeah, I did. I did that in the beginning.
You did. I missed it.
What you think? What you think, though?
Hey, Natasha, I've seen and heard that before about Michelle. Had not heard about Kamala. But when the first time that I heard it, it was when, of course, he was first running for president. And immediately all the racists and the skinheads and all them people came out. And they actually have, let me see if I can find it. I bet it's still on Facebook. They got a whole Facebook page.
Really?
Yes, about that. And I saw it.
So let me just go back. So for anybody that's just tuning in, so what we're talking about these last few little minutes of the show is one of my friends I was talking to a long time ago. Friends, we've been friends since high school. She told me we were just talking about the government and everything going on in the government and whatever, and she was telling me that Michelle Obama is a man, and I was like, what? Wait, I said, girl, get off my phone. Stop lying. She's like, I'm serious. Michelle Obama is a man. Sasha and Malia are not their real kids. And Kamala Harris is a man. So I was like, girl, please stop. I said, stop. So this is the picture she sent me, right? So she sent me this picture. Oh, you got it, right? No, not that one yet. The one of, no, the other one. That one. So
and look just like her.
It is her.
I'm saying, like, even if somebody would be like, that ain't her. No, that. Yeah.
Undeniable. Undeniable. So I was like, what in the foolery? And then the thing about it, you can't even change that. Like, there's no changing in that. There is, and it ain't like she a woman with a short haircut, because that ain't it either. That's okay. What's your thoughts, Nisa?
This is one of the pictures.
No, that ain't no big shirt. That ain't no big shirt. That's a shirt and a jacket. That ain't no big shirt.
Oh, Natasha. Oh yeah, nah.
No.
Yeah. That's one of the pictures I saw early on.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard that. The internet.
I had never heard that until then, because, like I said, I don't really follow politics. Anything I hear from my wife, because she didn't tune to everything. I'd be like, girl, who running? All right, who we gonna vote for? Yeah. Okay, because I just don't do politics. Now, show the picture of Sasha and Malia and their real parents. We're going to come back to that one. Now, when you look at this picture, them girls don't look nothing like the Obamas. They look like that man and that woman. What's your thought?
I saw that one too.
You saw that one too?
And not like this actual with the wording, but I had seen pictures of the folks that they say are the real parents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's it makes me speechless. Is
Right.
what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't. But before, you would be like, okay, yeah, all right, you know, that's their kids, because some kids don't even look like their parents, and that's fine. But when you see this picture, you go, oh my God, they look like them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh my God. And so then she told me Kamala Harris was a man too. So we gonna go slide onto that picture.
Now this I had never seen or heard
So they
about.
circled her Adam's apple. So we can
And
see.
it's big as day. Big as day. It's big as day.
And I told V, I said, well, but it still looked like a woman. And V said, you know how many men are pretty?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God. So I was just done. I said, you know what? I told V I had to go get me a drink.
Okay, so this is what I come up with when I do a search. If the search Michelle Obama as a man, that's what I put.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's actually a group. First thing up is Michelle Obama really Michael?
Yep.
This group has been put up to offer proof that Michelle Obama is indeed a transgender man. But you would have to join that to get in there. I ain't trying to do all that.
Wow.
Then somebody put a post up showing supposed to be her parents, her older brother, and her as a little girl. And they said,
let me see.
Why would her parents dress her up like a little girl, especially during those times if she's a boy? That's her as a little girl. She look like a girl to me.
Is that really her though?
That's why I said it's supposed to be her parents.
Now why? Especially during those times, if she was a boy. I think not. Matter of fact, I know not. All conspiracies are not true. So explain the other picture though.
I can't explain the other picture.
Explain the other picture.
I cannot explain the other picture.
Now look at that.
That look photoshopped.
I don't know, Nisa.
That right there look photoshopped. Like I get it, but like all up in here, that look photoshopped. I get what point they're trying to make. Let me see. Michelle Obama was registered to vote as a man from 1994 to 2008. The official documents also reveal Obama officially changed her sex to female in 2008. The same year her husband was running for the presidency. How convenient. But wasn't she in she was in law school and stuff?
Like you can enroll in law school under whatever you want to be. What's on my mind? Well, I've heard rumors that Michelle Obama is really a man. Has anyone else heard that? But I mean, like, oh my God. But I just don't know. Oh wow. Oh my
But
God.
look at the name of that though. Who knows who that is? It probably ain't
Yeah.
Sean. So this look like this is the actual picture right here.
Yep, because she got the same.
The earrings.
Look at Natasha said
the hair is,
maybe Kamala just got a big thyroid. It does, but did they Photoshop this picture?
This one, this looked like the original, and the other one could have been photoshopped to make it look like it's a man. I don't know.
But why that man look so much like her?
I'm saying like that one. It almost looks like the other one could have been photoshopped.
We're never gonna know unless we get some. I want to see a birth certificate.
See, if you look at that, I don't know now. Shoot.
Yeah, you can't. Like, how is that photo?
It's the same picture. It's the same
picture. She has on the same thing, but that head does not look photoshopped. I'm sorry. It just doesn't to me.
That's the same exact picture.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't look photoshopped to me.
But this one looks real.
It does.
That one.
I don't know.
They both look real.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about it, look, but she's got earrings in both ears, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the other picture, I can see one earring.
You can see one, but you can't see the other. That's why I was like, this one, it looked like.
If they're going to Photoshop it, they're going to remove all of that.
But look, you can't even see the earring, and I can't.
But look on the right side by Barack's ear.
Right here.
No, the other side.
What? You can see it
on the
right
other
there.
side. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you can see the earring right there.
Yeah.
But you can't see it over here.
But for me, look at
his
like
sleeve
her.
right there.
That looks like her
sleeve
though.
right there.
That looks like her though.
I think they took her picture and just redid this to make it look like a dude. Because look, you can't see the earring. Barack's sleeve right there is pretty much gone. Let me look at the other one.
It's still the same. It looks the same.
You can see the earring clearly. Earring right there, bam. The other one, the earring is gone.
Girl, but look at the faces. That's what I'm looking at.
I'm saying they took this, redid it to make it look like a dude. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. We're gonna do some more research. We're gonna revisit this topic again. We need to do some more. We need to do some more research.
Because this looked like it could be Photoshop. Like they took her original picture and just chiseled some stuff.
Yeah.
And took away here, it's a short haircut. The other one, she got her hair slicked back. Oh, wait, this one. My bad. This one, she got a short haircut. And they kind of redid the eyes to make it look more like a guy up in here. Other one, she got the slick back hair. It's relaxed or whatever. 2 earrings. Again, you see one earring here. You can't see the earring over here no more. I don't know.
Okay, but what about the girls though? What about the girls?
If the fact that that's really not her is, then it could be the girls could be theirs too. I don't. This day and age, you just really don't know what's happening.
Well,
who's really.
We are definitely, and go back to the Kamala. Natasha said. Natasha said maybe she just have a really big thyroid. Can you go back to that one?
Let me see. Oh Lord. Oh, hold on. Let me see.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything on Facebook that says anything about her being a guy. I don't see anything. It's just pulling up stuff about her currently being in office.
Yeah, they don't say nothing about that.
Yeah, it's not saying anything about that.
Like that doesn't even come up about her, but it definitely comes up about Michelle.
It does, but like I said, it's been out there. It's been out there for quite some time, because especially when they were in office, it was heavy.
I had never heard that. I had never heard that till the other night.
Yeah, in addition to the when they start doing the monkey and banana jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
just, because Barack was Black and he was in office, that was the next thing that was big on their agenda was, Michelle is a man. And I used to just say, you just mad because she looked better than you.
Right.
Because she's in shape. She cut.
Yeah. Well, y'all, we're going to do some more research on that. And we're going to revisit this topic again. And I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this because I really want to get some answers. I want to get some answers. So, you got anything coming up? Anything going on? What we got coming up?
I'm just going to tell y'all, the 12th annual Ageless Beauty fashion show is happening. Right now, we still have tickets. All the models. Natasha, y'all got your tickets already in hand? I think they meeting coming up where all the models are going to have 3 tickets. General admission, they're $25 each. You can also buy general admission and VIP online. And I heard that the VIP tickets were pretty much sold out, but you can check it out.
When is it again?
It is June 9th. Hold on.
Okay, I'll be back. I should be back by then.
Take that. No, I ain't gonna say that. You can scan the QR code on here to pull up the ticket link. But yeah, June 9th, 12th annual Ageless Beauty Bold Fashion Show. And get your tickets now, because every year the show is sold out. And every year we get on social media and say, buy your tickets. And everybody waits to the last minute. And we literally are, we normally are always in the back trying to get dressed, trying to get set up. And you got folks texting and calling, asking, do anybody have any tickets left? At that point, it's like, no, tickets sold out.
They go.
You can come and see if maybe somebody didn't pick up a ticket at will call or something. You might luck out. But who would want to drive all the way to Marietta
just to find out?
Just to see if maybe. Better get your tickets now. Now. Make
better
sure
get it now.
That you in the building. And then I got my girl, Kiki. Her 4th annual Missing Our Moms pre-Mother's Day brunch. It will be going on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. It is also in Marietta on Franklin Gateway. And her tickets are on sale on Eventbrite. And it's she created this because it's in honor of her mom. And it's for the people, men and women, whose moms are no longer here. But it's also for, I've gone every year to support my people, to support my friends. And I will say that it's not a sad thing. It's not you're not in there just weeping and wailing the whole time. It's a brunch, first of all. So we in there eating. Okay? Yeah. First and foremost, we in there eating.
Good too.
And food is good. And I think this year again, Missy Bridges is gonna be providing the yumminess of it all. But it's very uplifting, and grab your tickets for that. Because
it's awesome.
It is totally awesome.
Yes.
You've been. Yeah. You know about it.
Yeah, definitely want to come, y'all. It's really an awesome show. You just want to come. You want to make sure you're there. That's all.
She's gonna have some spoken words, some other good words, some entertainment, some singing, some stuff. Yeah. You don't want to miss this. I promise. And then we got this one for you.
Actually, this one will be canceled. I gotta do it. It will be canceled. So you can just write it out. I'm gonna cancel it. I'm gonna do it later in July. I'm gonna push it back, and I'm gonna do it a little differently. I want to do something different. So I'm gonna cancel that one. But I'll let you know. I'll have my new flyer out when I get everything together.
Okay.
So that one's gonna be canceled.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cancel it. But if you guys want to advertise your event or something that you have going on, we do $50 for a flyer for 3 episodes. And then we do $100 for 3 episodes and a mention. So we'll actually talk about your event as opposed to just showing your flyer. Probably starting in June, we will be having like commercials to come through so we can do all our advertisement on that way. So if you want us to advertise your event, your business, whatever you have going on, you can email us at theladiesden23@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on the Facebook page. Just send us a message or a messenger at The Ladies Den. So, So, get it, hit us up. Let us get some of that business out there for you. And advertise for you.
Yup.
Well, y'all,
that's all we get. No, I said that's all we get.
Yep, that's all we got. So we thank y'all for meeting us in the den and joining us. So make sure you follow us on Facebook at The Ladies Den, Instagram at The Ladies Den 2023, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Ladies Den Podcast. And we out.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den. The ladies' den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.